Okay, and we are live. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So, today we are going to be playing a really fun game. But before we do, I just want everyone to sort of introduce themselves, just say your name, and just something fun. So, maybe what is your favorite thing to eat during autumn? So, my name is Sarah. I am the host, and I'm going to be the person asking the questions for our trivia game, which will start in just a second. But as people are coming in, we're just going to introduce ourselves. So, my name's Sarah, and my favorite thing to eat during this time of year is all the cookies, as many as I can. They don't even have to be autumn cookies. Laura?
Hi, I'm Laura, and my channel name is underneath my head there. And in the fall, I like to eat Macintosh apples. I'm very strongly for Macintosh apples and very much against Honeycrisp apples. One of those very insignificant arguments that I'm very passionate about. And that's me.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I don't know anything about Honeycrisp or Macintosh apples. I don't think we have those in the Netherlands. But I love to eat anything with cinnamon during autumn. Cinnamon cookies, cinnamon blondies, apple pie with lots of cinnamon, just all of the cinnamon.
My name is Kristen. My channel is Perks of Bookflower, although I do have another one if you're into like lifestyle content and vlogs, which is called Kristen Alley. And my favorite fall, it's a drink. I just love like maple lattes or like anything maple-y and like pecan. Like that's my favorite.
Yes. Delicious. Angela?
I just realized I was on mute. Hi, I'm Angela. My channel is Angela Rose Reads, and I like molasses, spice, and ginger snap cookies. Like you said, basically anything with nutmeg, cinnamon, and brown sugar.
Excellent.
Yeah, delicious.
And I'm Bridget. My channel is Bridge M Books, and I am also a really big pie person, but lately I've been craving like a good apple crisp. That sounds really good to me right now. But yeah, also cinnamon, nutmeg, delicious. You can't go wrong. I put it in everything.
Isn't an apple crisp like, it's like warm, hot apples and then like streusel on top or something?
Yeah. I usually like put the apples on the bottom, and then you have like the crisp on top is usually oats and brown sugar and spices, and then you bake it in the oven, and it's pretty good.
Sounds like a lot less work than a pie too.
It is a lot less work than a pie. It's a lot easier to make. That is for sure.
Is it the same as an apple crumble, or are those two different things?
Close. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're similar. I'm not sure what the difference is though.
And we cannot forget Olivia. So this is Yay. Olivia. She is the cutest cat ever. And her favorite thing to eat during this time of year is tuna. But that's her favorite thing to eat at all hours every day. She loves her squeezies. Okay, so now very excited to introduce this game. It is called Who Wants to Be a Bookworm? Because I don't have $1 million to give to you all. But I can definitely call one of you a bookworm. That's free. And so I'm just going to play our intro. So hopefully this works. 3, 2, 1.
Yay. I love that.
That was amazing.
Oh, Sarah, you're so creative.
Mm-hmm. I'm so happy. Okay, but seriously, we are playing a game to see who is going to be the bookworm of today's game. And we even have a scoreboard which I'll show you. So we have Angela, Anne, Bridget, Kristen, and Laura. And are you guys excited? Nervous?
Yes. Very.
Nervous.
And a bit nervous.
What if I'm not a bookworm? Like, that's gonna change how I
You're
view
an
myself.
English
I'll have an
teacher, Kristen.
existential crisis.
You are all bookworms, but you will be an honorary bookworm of the day.
Bookworm extraordinaire.
Of the day. All right. And so, any last words before our first question? That sounds very
Good luck.
doom and gloom.
May the force be with you.
So we're putting
May
our
the
hand up,
odds
right?
be ever in your favor.
Let's not let this change anything between us.
Okay, guys. Question 1. Okay, so who wrote the Goodreads 2020 award-winning fiction book? A. Matt Haig, Frederick Bachman for B. C. Jennifer Weiner, I think. Or D. Kylie Reed. Da, 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 da. Anyone have an answer? Who rose their hand first?
It was Anne, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Anne?
I think, I don't even know for sure. I think it was Matt Haig. Answer A.
Is you right?
Oh my god. Wow, the Midnight
Okay.
Library was that beloved?
Was it that one?
I read it last month and I wasn't a huge fan. I was a
Yeah,
bit
me
disappointed.
neither. Wow. I actually just unhauled that because the more I thought about it, the less I liked it. Oh.
Yeah, that was like a really not liked book for the Top Shelf Society.
I liked it.
I
And then
liked it.
I think I liked it, and then I left the meeting early, and then you all didn't like it.
I liked it too, Laura.
Yeah, I liked it as well, but I can
Okay.
understand why people wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
I
gave
did
it
it.
3 stars, so I didn't dislike it, but there were some things I wasn't a big fan of.
I didn't like it as much as others. Okay, so question 2.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we wait for you to finish reading the question before raising our hand?
Yeah, just because
Okay.
I'm not that quick at processing.
Okay, yes, great.
How about I say or something? I can be like,
Go.
go
Done.
or something. Okay. All right. So question 2. Where was the Goodreads 2020 winner for Best Horror Set? A. Salem, Massachusetts. B. Paris, France. C. The Mexican countryside. Or D. Southern USA. And go. Laura.
Is it C, the Mexican countryside?
Yeah. For Mexican Gothic.
Wow.
Wow, we read a lot of winners this year.
Wow,
I
yeah,
know.
no
What is
kidding.
that?
Mm-hmm. We sure did. Okay, so Laura. Everyone's just going to get plus 10 for the responses. Okay. And that was another top shelf book. Okay. Question 3. Who wrote the Goodreads 2020 awards winner for Best Young Adult Fiction? A. Holly Jackson. B. Kaysen Callender. C. Elizabeth Acevedo. Or D. Karen M. McManus. And go. Angela?
I think it was Elizabeth Acevedo.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
What was the book? Was it With the Fire on High?
It was for
When
Clap
You
When
Land.
You
Yeah.
Land.
They had a
Have
couple
you guys read
of
that one?
popular ones.
Yeah, that was my favorite
I
book of
haven't
last
read
year.
it.
It was really good.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I read it. It's so good. It was one of my favorite books that I read last year.
Same.
I listened to her other 2 books on audiobook, so I definitely want to do that for Club When You Land as well.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, she narrates
Such
her
a
own
good narrator.
audiobooks, doesn't she?
Yeah, she
That's
does.
that is exactly how I did it. I was like doing my nails and like listening to the audiobook at the same time.
Great
It was really
combination.
good.
Is that one
Hmm.
written as like poetry as well?
Yeah, it is. So it goes
Yeah.
by pretty fast if you're listening to the audio, especially.
Yeah, it was just a couple of sessions and then I was pretty much done. But I do want to read her other books as well. That's the only one I've read. Okay, question 4. Who won the Goodreads 2020 award for Best Memoir and Autobiography? A. The Meaning of Mariah Carey. B. All Boys Aren't Blue. C. Untamed. Or D. A Promised Land. And go. Angela?
A Promised Land?
Yes.
That was
Yes.
Barack Obama's, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
Has anyone
loved
read that one?
You loved
I
it.
haven't.
No, I haven't, but everybody I know who's read it liked it, so it's on my list.
Sarah, what
Yeah.
happens if we get an answer wrong? Can we be like negative?
Oh, you don't like me guessing over here, Kristen? Thanks.
The scoreboard doesn't have an option except a -1, but it doesn't. Do you want to be knocked marks if you get it wrong?
No, I just don't want to be negative.
No, we're positive over here today.
Okay.
But all of these other ones were candidates for best memoir.
I heard good things about All Boys Aren't Blue.
Yeah, me too.
I read that one as
Yeah.
well. It was really, really good. I listened to it on audiobook.
And I haven't even heard of Untamed before.
Same. I don't know who that is.
I haven't either. But I haven't read The Meaning of Mariah Carey.
Me neither. No.
Okay, guys, question 5. The hardcover edition of this Goodreads fantasy nominee is over 1,200 pages long. So is it A, Rhythm of War, B, Crescent City, C, Black Sun, or D, Age of Empire?
I'm torn between two. Ugh.
And go. Bridget?
Okay. I'm going to go with Rhythm of War.
That would
Is that
have
your
been my
final?
guess. too.
Yeah, I would say too. Yeah.
Is your final answer?
Yes, final answer.
The suspense.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So it is Rhythm of War.
That's Sanderson, right?
Yeah, it is.
No one's got anything wrong yet.
No.
I was almost gonna guess Crescent City because I know that was super popular, and when people hold
That
it
was
up in
my
the videos,
second guess
it looks
as well,
huge.
but I was like, I
yeah,
don't know if it's that long.
It really does look like a huge book. I think it's one of the longest that I could find. And I was like, which sort of genre would have like the longest book? And was like, maybe fantasy? I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I guess that makes sense because I think that Brandon Sanderson's books are like super long. Like, yeah, what Im said in that comment.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy cow.
Physically incapable of writing a book under 1,000 pages, Sanderson. I haven't read any of his books.
Me neither. Partly
Me neither.
because of that enormous page count.
Yeah.
It's intimidating.
I started with Warbreaker, and I think that was a really good choice because it it might be a series at some point, but right now it's a standalone, and it like is pretty good from start to finish, wrapping it up, and it's so interesting and unique with like colors and I would recommend Warbreaker, but I would ask other more Sanderson people because that's the only one I've read so far.
Yeah, Warbreaker was good, and I like that you didn't have to like commit to a series by reading it.
One of the series is like, what, 10 books long or something so far? It's
really?
I think so, because it has like category, like not categories, but like, you know how there's like some in one series and another one, but then overarching they all tie in together. Yeah. I'm like, dear God, I'm not ready yet.
So I'm going to answer Ellen's question real quick. So I used Canva to make the Bookworm intro. And Canva is just like this website that you can use, and you can make like little videos and stuff. And I just found a book, and I found like a little bookworm and put them together, added some music, saved it as an MP4, and you can put it into StreamYard.
Nice. Do you have like the pro version, or did you just like use it for free?
Yeah. So I have the pro version of Canva. But I'm pretty sure that you can still make videos even if you don't have the pro version. You just have like limited access of what you can put in, depending on if it's like a free graphic or like a pro graphic. But I think that whether or not you have the pro version of StreamYard, you can upload a video.
That's so cool because you can use that for like YouTube intros too.
Yeah, I was just thinking that as well.
Yeah, I have the free version, and you can still do a lot with it. It's really nice.
Yeah. Okay. So we just did. What question were we just on? Oh, okay. I got it. We're good. Okay. Question 6. Spoilers. David Attenborough won this category of the Goodreads 2020 awards.
It has an answer.
Okay, so the answer is science and technology.
Well, we all get 10 points.
I think everyone gets 10 points.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What am I even doing?
Would anyone have known that? I'm curious.
Oh, yes, yeah, because it's David Attenborough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's on the board.
The question really favors people who know who David Attenborough is.
Yeah.
So he's really big in like the like science sort of realm, biology specifically, and he does lots of like amazing like BBC like documentaries on like the planet and on animals and on their biology, and they do like
that like iconic voice that you hear?
Yeah. Yes. He does like the Planet Earth Blue Planet series, and
and I think he's like 90 by now, and he's still going strong.
And he he just recently started an Instagram page, so you should follow him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I wish I'm like that when I'm 90.
There is literally nothing he can't do.
Exactly.
He is just
I wish I was
so
like that
amazing.
Now, God.
Yeah, I was just thinking that as
Couldn't
well.
even
I wish
do
I had
that
that
now.
much energy.
Okay, question 7. Okay, the Goodreads Best Romance 2020 nominee is book 2 of 3 in a series. A, Take a Hint, Danny Brown. B, You Had Me at Hola. C, Party of 2. Or D, The Switch. Okay, who went first?
I think it was Laura.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a guess at Take a Hint, Danny Brown. But if I'm wrong, let someone else try.
Now you got it.
I thought that was the first one, no?
No, the first one is Chloe.
Oh, that's the one we read for the book club. Yeah. Okay.
Get a Life, Chloe Brown, then Take a Hint. I think I might have it here.
I know which one you mean now. I was confusing the one that we read, the Chloe Brown one.
I see. Yeah, and I think is this number 3?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Act Your Age. Yeah, so we read the first book for our Top Shelf Society for our book club, and that was in February. So it was romance. Okay, question 8. Okay, which chef wrote the Best Food and Cookbooks Goodreads 2020 award-winning cookbook? A. Ina Garten. B. Gordon Ramsay. C. Kristen Cavallari. Or D. Mina Masood. Laura?
Sorry, I'm gonna guess Ina Garten.
Better be Ina Garten.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yes.
I was wondering if they were going to do. Mina Masood played Aladdin in the live action, and he's also vegan, and he's got like a vegan podcast and all that stuff. So I was almost wondering if it was going to be him, but
Okay, so did I put in the points for the last winner?
You didn't
The
do it
last
on
was
screen, so
The last was
me. I think you did put it in.
okay. And so you're at 30 points now? Is that right?
oh no, we're tied.
I'm catching up to you.
No.
Okay. So question 9. Who wrote The Guest List, which won the Best Mystery and Thriller Goodreads 2020 award? A. Riley Sager. B. Lucy Foley. C. Alyssa Cole. Or D. Simone St. James.
I feel like Kristen and I are tied though.
No.
I think
We should
Kristen
give
was
it
a
to
little bit
Kristen.
earlier.
I think it was Kristen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so Kristen?
It's Lucy Foley.
It is. It is.
And I did not like that book.
I was going to ask, did
really?
you read it? You didn't like it?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just really dark in my soul or what, but I just felt like that book was not very thrilling. Like I thought it was very dull and boring.
I don't think you're dark
That's
in your soul, Kristen.
I liked the Agatha Christie that it was based off of a lot more, and then there were none.
Ooh,
I didn't know it was based off of that. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure because it's like these people go to this like island and they're all together, and then they.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not. But they have very similar vibes. If they're not.
Yeah.
I think it was Abigail who like really, really liked it. I know someone I know really, really loved it. I think it might be her. Guys, I just realized that I am clapping my hands each time that everyone guesses right, even if no one can see me.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We feel it. Yeah.
Closed circle, isolate, mystery genre, and then there were none was the very first one. Oh yeah.
I feel like that
Interesting.
was kind of the quintessential one that started it all, right? Or I could be totally wrong, but at least I feel like it's one of the most popular ones. Agatha
think
Christie's.
No, I think it. Yeah. I think it,
Would Murder on the Orient Express classify as a closed circle isolate mystery? Because like they're all okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think Death
so.
on the Nile too, because it mostly takes place like on the boat on the Nile and stuff. She's good at those.
Yeah, she is. Those are her like most popular.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Don't know how to put
Okay.
this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big
People
deal.
know
I
me.
was I would
That was
say
an
people
Anchorman
know.
reference. I'm sorry. I had to.
Okay. So this is the final question that I have because I didn't know how long this would be. But okay. final question. This Goodreads 2020 YA Fiction Award nominee is 500 pages long in the hardcover edition. A. Legend Born. B. Fable. C. Ray Bearer. Or D. The Shadow Between Us. And go. I think that was you, Angela.
I think it was Angela.
Legendborn.
Yes.
We were looking at that the other day.
I need
Someone was
to
holding
get
it up.
that
Sarah, you had it.
to read
Yes. I have it somewhere. And
it.
I cannot find it
It's
now.
so beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. Has anyone read it here?
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe someday. I do want to read it, but it's one of those books I keep seeing pop up everywhere, but then I forget about it again.
Everything I want to read right now is like 200 years old. So,
Oh,
Is
really?
this a phase, Kristen?
yeah, that's just the mood
Yeah.
I'm in right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh. I keep waiting for the paperback to come out because for some reason I like reading bigger books with floppy paperback and they keep pushing it back for some reason. I wonder if it's because of the supply chain shortage or something, but it was originally supposed to come out like in October, November, and now it's like pushed till like next year. So I might just have to break and buy the hardcover.
Is that for Legend Born?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so weird that happens. I was reading it and then I put it down for a second and then a second became a day and then a day became a month and now it's like 2 months that I haven't picked it up and I need to pick it up again. Sometimes I'll start a book and then that will happen and I don't know why.
It's a mashed potato book.
A mashed potato?
Have you heard of that phrase?
A hot potato?
No.
Okay, well, Ariel Bissett and Raylene LeMay, they have this podcast called Books Unbound. And so anytime that like there's a book that they want to read and they've been meaning to read, but then like they don't get to it, like they call it a mashed potato book because it's kind of like, yeah, mashed potatoes are great, like, but you always kind of don't think about them and eat something else.
What? Mashed potatoes are the best. Potatoes are everything.
Like
how could you?
Who made those mashed potatoes?
I don't know. Maybe I explained it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the concept.
Interesting.
Do you listen to that podcast every week, Kristen?
I used to. Now I feel, I think it's been like 4 or 5 months, but I used to listen to it when I went for my walk, especially like during strict quarantine. Yeah.
Ariel
they are the
Bissett.
reason I'm trying to read 100 Years of Solitude. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did you pick this?
Yeah, I have like really similar reading taste to Ariel Bissett. So whenever she recommends books, I normally like them. So
Ariel, I was scrolling through Instagram like less than a year ago, and she was sitting in front of a house, and I was like, wow, that looks like Nova Scotia. I can just like tell based on the house. And she moved to Nova Scotia, so I've been driving it. Like, she doesn't really leave very many hints. I'm trying not to be a stalker, but I'm like, what part of the province are you in? And anytime I go anywhere, I'm like looking out for her. I'm like, she's here somewhere in the countryside.
Laura, I think that you and Ariel Bissett would be really good friends. You have like similar like personalities.
I think so too. The bookish community can't be that big in Nova Scotia. She's probably looking for some friends.
Yeah.
Guys, you must say hi if you see her. And like, I don't know if it would be weird to get a picture or something, but that'd be awesome.
I've been trying to think of a way. What will I do without? How will I approach her without scaring her? I don't know.
Well, you could maybe go to a bookstore and just be like, "Hey, that looks like a great book. How are you?"
Well, there is a book event that happens in the fall in Halifax. Word on the Street. So I did think that if I loitered around there for long enough, she would probably turn up.
Probably.
I think,
but maybe not too.
I see a budding friendship in your future.
It would seem like a logical place for her to turn up. So yeah.
It's true.
Wouldn't you just die laughing if you just like pointed at her and was like, Ariel Bissett!
Ariel!
Ariel!
I finally found you!
That's...
She's always talking about going to bookstores in her podcast. So you
Really? Do you know the names of any of the bookstores?
No, but I'll let you know.
Laura's
That's
determined.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
It's so nice to have like real life bookish friends, though. I understand it.
Yeah, I just will try not to be too stalkerish.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Good thing to aspire for yourself.
So yeah, that was all the questions I had, and it looks like Angela has won.
Woo!
Yay.
You get to be the honorary bookworm of the day.
Oh my gosh. I'm honored.
Since you're a bookworm, you need to eat apples, but not Honeycrisp.
I love
No.
Honeycrisp. I'm sorry, Laura.
I know, and that's why it's such a controversial thing to say, because yeah, a lot of people love their Honeycrisps.
Can I hear like a little bit of backstory about this? I'm just so curious. Like,
So Macintosh, a lot of people don't like them because the peel is like too kind of like thick or waxy, but I really like them because they're a little more tart. They're like a little more sour tasting, and I just think they're more like thirst quenching. Where Honeycrisp, they're usually a little bigger than Macintosh, but they're very sweet apple. And the reason I don't like them is I find they sometimes don't have enough flavor.
Has anybody ever tried sugar beet apples?
I don't think
I've heard of
so.
it. It's got a little cute bee on the little
Oh,
sticker.
also
They're good because they're both tart and sweet at the same time, and they last for like weeks. You buy them, and they're so big
Really?
and like juicy. Those are my favorite.
what are they called? Honey beet?
Sugar beet?
Sugar beet. Sugar
I don't know
beet.
if that's like the company or what,
Well-
but like it literally has it written on it, and it's got a little bee on the sticker, and it's cute.
Yeah, I think the varieties probably have different names. Like I'm sure, and they have a similar variety to Macintosh in
Yeah.
Europe and in the Netherlands, but I don't know what it would be called. But Honeycrisp, I'm not sure because I think it's like a hybrid variety between. I think it's a relatively new, like maybe the last 20 years or something.
No, I want
I just saw at the grocery store pears are in season, and
Yeah.
I love pears more than apples. I bought so many.
Oh, wow.
I wish
I
I could
think I
eat
do too.
apples.
You can.
Braces.
Like I have to like cut them up into little pieces and put them in the back of my mouth.
Yeah.
So Cam just asked, may I ask what the cookbook question is, Sarah? So this was based off the Goodreads 2020 awards for the best, I guess, cookbook. And the question was, which chef wrote the best food and cookbook Goodreads 2020 award winning cookbook? So it was either Ina Garten, Gordon Ramsay, Kristen Cavallari, or Mina Massoud. And a lot of people know who Gordon Ramsay is. He's kind of a polarizing guy, very passionate. I guess Kristen Cavallari, she was on like it wasn't the OC, it was The Hills, it was the I'm
It's like
older than you
reality
guys.
TV, I think.
It's like
Which
Yeah.
one?
I thought it was Laguna Beach, but I don't know.
Yeah, it is Laguna Beach. That's like the
okay.
real life OC. Like
Okay.
basically, like I think that they sort of live in Laguna Beach, and they would just do random stuff. And at the end of that series, people were like, "Oh my gosh, this stuff is actually like kind of fake." And
No.
yeah, and the other person who was on there, I forget her name, but she wrote Lauren Conrad. Lauren Conrad, she wrote like a book that was like, just so you know, guys, like a lot of reality TV is set up, and people's minds were like blown at the time. They were like, "Oh my gosh, this isn't real." And then she's like, "Well, some of it is, but they set up all of the situations for us."
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
watching that way back. I think it was The Hills, right? With Lauren Conrad. LC, she
Yeah.
was called then.
Yeah, and
And
Kristen
Heidi
Cavallari.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kristen Cavallari was, I think she was like first or second season, and then she kind of like went and did her own thing. And I was really surprised to see that she wrote a cookbook.
I didn't know Mina had a cookbook. I'm so happy. But
Yeah.
he's great. Mina Massoud is an actor, and he played Aladdin in the live action. For anyone, I already said this earlier, but for anyone who's just showing up, and he is a vegan, and he's really big on. He had a podcast. I don't know if it's still going or not, but yeah, he's really big on showing like how to healthily be vegan and everything, and the impact it has on the world. And he's just awesome. He needs to get more jobs. He's great.
So Ina Garden, the right answer for the question, like what kind of cookbook is that? Does anybody know?
It's the Barefoot Contessa. You don't know?
She has a whole bunch of
Ina Garden
cookbooks.
is the Barefoot Contessa.
I think it's just like everyday food, isn't it? Like it's not.
To me, it's like comfort food. A lot of it.
Oh, okay.
She cooks for her husband Jeffrey, and Jeffrey always looks really just content and like he has a great life.
I
all
haven't
just
heard of
looks
any
like
of these people
comfort.
besides Gordon Ramsay, so shame on me.
I like the Pioneer Woman. I don't know if you guys know about her, but in Georgia, she's a big thing. She uses a lot of butter, though, so.
Oh, that's good. Anything with a lot of butter, gonna taste good.
Yeah.
Now I'm craving
Me
apples
too.
and Here in Italy, people are crazy about Gordon Ramsay. It's crazy the impact that he's having here.
Really?
Okay.
That's so interesting. I would never have thought that because Italy has such a like well-established. I thought, yeah.
Okay, I just saw
Established
on,
cuisine.
I think it was on Instagram, somebody, you know how Gordon Ramsay cusses and yells a lot? They
Yeah.
put him into a scene of Ratatouille, so it looked like Remy was cussing and all the other rats. And I was laughing so hard.
That'd be so funny.
I don't know if you would even look up like Gordon Ramsay Ratatouille.
I need to look that up.
It's just really short, but it was really good.
Ratatouille is my all-time favorite. I don't know what it is. Is it a Pixar?
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
it's Disney, actually.
Disney
Yeah.
Pixar?
Have you eaten ratatouille before? It's delicious. It's so good.
I think that I have, but I'm not sure now. But yeah.
Whenever I think of Gordon Ramsay, I always think of this like meme. I'll show it to you guys.
I bet I know which
Idiot
one it
sandwich.
is.
Oh,
It's
Well, I
raw.
was gonna say the idiot sandwich.
The idiot sandwich.
Oh my
Let me
goodness.
see. Gordon
I
Ramsay,
love him.
the idiot sandwich.
Yeah. What are you?
Is that right?
what are you? Idiot sandwich. Oh, I would be devastated.
Oh, that's so cruel.
God,
Yeah.
that's so terrible.
Okay, but the
That's
difference between how he
horrible.
treats adults versus kids, though, he is
Yeah.
the best with kids. Oh my gosh,
Really?
it like tears you up watching because he did. I don't know if I think he was like the one of the judges or whatever on a kids cooking show. You'll cry. It's so
He's so sweet,
sweet
yeah.
with children, and it's so nice, and he's so like encouraging to them and stuff. I love it. So I almost wonder if he just like is fed up with adults and their stupidity, which
I
big
can
fan.
definitely
Yeah,
understand.
he's
it's
kind of like a
just an act.
personality, so he's putting on a show.
Maybe.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's probably a good person. He just acts like he's not.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. It's pretty awful.
I hope so. Okay, so what are you guys currently reading?
Oh, I love this.
I'm gonna
question.
grab mine.
It's The Dead in the Dark
I'm
by
gonna
Courtney
grab my
Gould.
books too. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, I'll go
That's what I'm
quickly.
currently
Might
reading.
as well.
Oh, and then there were 3.
Well, I wasn't sure if we were going to do any reading sprints, so I made sure to grab my book before we started.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
we should
Well,
do
my
reading
Kindle.
sprints. I need to read.
I need to
We
read too.
definitely can if you'd like to. But you guys let me know, and I can set it up, and we can do it. That's not a problem.
Do what? I had my headphones off for a second.
I just said
Oh, I
that I
see.
had grabbed my book in case we were going to be doing reading sprints or not.
Oh, okay.
So I was just saying that I can set it up if you guys would like to do reading sprints. So just let me know.
I could
Okay.
probably do at least one. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. What about everyone else?
I would stick around and do like, I don't know if I would read, but I would do some productivity sprints because I have some coursework and stuff to do.
Yeah,
I
I
think
could
I
do
could do
one.
one sprint. I'm a bit tired. Want to read
Oh,
and
yeah.
hang out with you guys. So
What
I
time
got
is it
home
there?
from-
It's 9,
It's
isn't
a
it?
good question. It's about 10 to 10 now, almost 10 p.m. And I got back from holiday yesterday, so I spent about 10 or 11 hours in the car. So I'm still a bit
Oh,
tired from that whole ordeal.
Where did
sore.
you go?
Mm,
I went to Normandy in France
Mm,
with my
Oh.
parents,
Oh,
Yeah. which was really nice. We go there every year, so it's kind of like sort of homecoming every year, just by the seaside, and it's wonderful.
That's
What's
so
the name of the town you go to, or the?
It's
Just out
called
of curiosity.
Anneville-sur-Mer. So it's
Okay.
called. My parents picked it by the name because it has my name in it, and yeah, we just kept going there.
Is that a teddy bear or a dog, Kristen?
Oh, yeah. It's like
Hey.
one of those, like, I don't know, like one of those, like,
Oh,
snuggly
it's
blankets.
like a onesie?
Well, no, it's like a blanket that you wear. So
Oh.
yeah, and like you can put your arms through it, and then it has like a hood.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's really, really warm, and even like the air conditioning gets so cold, especially when I'm trying to pretend like it's fall outside. So I love
It just
this
started raining as you're speaking here, so
It's been raining all day.
yeah. I've got my little plague doctor.
Oh, cute.
so
To
cute.
cuddle.
Cute. They can be friends.
I'm looking up Anvil on Google Maps. I've been to Saint Malo is the only because that book For All the Light You Cannot See is set in and then I've been to Mont Saint Michel as well.
Oh, it's beautiful there. I've been several times as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from the medieval ages, I think, but it's like walking in 1,000 years ago. Okay, 700 years ago, 600 years ago. I'm not sure, but it's beautiful.
Actually, Sarah, can you look it up on Google so people can see? And also when the tides are in, it's completely surrounded by water. And then when the tides go out, it's you can walk.
Yeah, it's
So
a
what should I
tidal
type?
island. I think it's a...
What should I type in?
Mont Saint Michel, so Mont and then Saint Michel.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yes, that
real.
exists, and it actually looks like that when.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my
it does
gosh.
not.
Yes. We didn't go there this year, but I think I was there 2 years ago. And
Oh my
it's just something out of the
gosh.
story.
That is amazing.
That reminds me of Rapunzel's little
Yeah.
kingdom.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like the Disney castle. I hate to make that comparison because this came way before.
Came first, right? Yeah.
They
But,
must have
yeah.
been inspired by it for the Disney castle. It's so pretty.
Maybe. And I think there are still actually monks or something of the sort living there now.
Oh wait, so this is like low tide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And people go horseback riding on the. You can see when on the beach when the tide's
My
low.
mouth won't close. I'm just like,
No.
that's amazing.
I just love that there are places in the world that you can go that like feel so historic, because I feel like in the United States, I mean, there's not much that feels really historic except for maybe some graveyards.
Yeah, I can't really
Yeah.
imagine what that's like, because over here there are so many things like that. Not everything as beautiful as that, but just things from like just when we were there in Normandy last week, you see all these road signs with an abbey of some sort from the 12th century, and I just keep thinking there's so much still here to see, and also in the Netherlands as well, which is just, I love it. I love history.
Yeah,
So beautiful.
amazing.
What's everybody else reading?
Oh, right. We were talking about what we were reading.
I got us off track.
I'm
you have to
reading this
talk about that.
one.
I want to know. If
I know you've been so excited to read this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
it looks so interesting. I'm curious to see what you think.
Yeah, so this is called White Smoke, and it's a YA sort of psychological thriller, and it's written by Tiffany D. Jackson, who I believe wrote Monday's Not Coming and Grown, if that's right. And basically, it's so intense. So the main character is Marigold, and so she moves into this like new house with her family, into this like really strange new area. So they have this house, and all of the houses around them are literally burned down. And she starts hearing things and seeing things, and stuff starts to happen, and she is just super reluctant to believe that she actually like lives in a place where there are ghosts. But the farther that you go, the more things happen that just like cannot be explained. So this is sort of like a haunted house book. However, it feels like the house on Haunted Hill. Did I say that right, Angela? The house on Haunted Hill.
The Haunting of Hill House.
The haunting of. I always say it wrong. Always.
Well, no, they said that it's kind of like that meets Get Out.
Yeah, it's like that meets Get Out or Us, but more similar to Get Out, I think. Yeah.
Can I ask, does it read YA, or because like I really want to read it, but I'm just worried because like I usually don't vibe with YA writing as well. Does it feel like that?
So it definitely does feel like YA, especially like the language and like that sort of thing. Definitely feels like it definitely feels like YA. But yeah, it's really good so far. I'm really liking it. And
That's good. How far in are you?
So I'm at page 220 of let's see, 373 pages. So I think that's about like 58% or something like that, 60%.
Is it living up to the expectations?
I would say that I really want it to get scarier.
Oh.
But actually, do you know who R.L. Stine is?
Yes, Goosebumps.
Yes.
Goosebumps. So he wrote like a little review on the back, and it said, "The creeps come on slowly, then start to build. When the cold shivers ran down my back, I wanted to scream, but I was too busy turning pages. I had to know, just how frightening will it get?"
Oh, it must be like Mexican Gothic, how like it started off kind of slow and then all of a sudden it was like, oh my gosh.
I think that's what it will be like. But yeah, I can't believe that R.L. Stine like is still writing Goosebumps books.
I know. And he has Fear
amazing.
Street or something, like his YA. I think it's called Fear Street.
Yeah.
I also think that it's more middle grade-ish, but it's marketed as YA or something. I don't know.
I'm reading House of Hollows too. I'm listening to it on audiobook. Have you guys heard of that one? It's like that cover with like a beautiful face and then like flowers going on it. that if you're
Yeah,
looking for like eerie, that is like from the get-go, like stuff goes down. I was like, oh gosh. So like I'm kind of saving it to listen to it on audio because they have a lovely accent. But like I was like, wow, they're not wasting any time. So I don't know if that would be one you'd like or not, but it is eerie.
I am still reading Wuthering Heights, and I'm actually like, I've decided I'm enjoying it. The back cover has come off, but I should finish that like really soon, like tonight, maybe even. And then I have two others. So there's this great bookstore that I discovered near where I am now, and you can like, it's a secondhand bookstore, but if you bring in books, they'll give you credit for it's a cafe bookstore, so either you could spend it on coffee and food or other books. So I got this from them, and I consider that I'm renting it because I'll just read it and bring it back and get a credit and get something else, or have it contribute towards something else. But anyway, I have been off and on about reading this for a while because apparently it's like very experimental and weird, but I thought it also sounded kind of eerie, so I thought it'd be good for this season. It's Abraham Lincoln's son, 11-year-old son. It is about his death, and I think Lincoln goes down in the crypt, and it's sort of written like almost like a play. And yeah, I can't really tell you anything about it because I haven't started it yet, but apparently it's weird and like it has some supernatural elements, a lot of supernatural elements to it. As soon as I bought it, I kind of regretted it because apparently the audiobook has a full cast narration, so it's sort of written like a play, and it's produced really well on audiobook. So maybe if you are considering reading it, maybe you'd want to go for the audiobook. And then last thing, very quickly, I come from the library, is Three Daughters of Eve, and it is translated from Turkish. And it's about it's about one woman, and she's remembering her friendship with two other women, and it's sort of like about their different relationships with Islam, I think. They all have different backgrounds, and some of them are more like Orthodox followers of the religion, and then some of them are not. So yeah, there's that. I haven't started that yet.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm currently reading on my Kindle, and I'm reading The Murder on the Links by Agatha Christie, which is the second book in the Poirot series. So I read the first one, which is The Mysterious Affair at Styles, I think. I keep forgetting all those titles. There's so many of them. But I read that one last year, and I already forgot the murderer. So I could technically just read that one again. But I'm now reading The Murder on the Links, and I'm really enjoying it. They're very short novels, so that's fun. But I want to read all of those books in chronological order. So who knows how long I'll be doing that, because it's been a year since I read the first one. So at this rate, I'll still be doing this when I'm, I don't know how old. But I'm enjoying it, so that's the most important thing.
Nice.
Good. Okay, so I'm like between a lot of different books right now. But I think mostly I'm reading We've Always Lived in the Castle, which I have been reading for like a month. But it's this really nice kind of think like Anne of Green Gables meets like Wuthering Heights. So yeah, because this family lives in like a falling apart castle that they can't afford, and so like they never pay their rent. And then it follows these sisters and how they try to get out of their terrible situations, and it's really, really good and like cozy. So I think that's probably what I'll be reading today. Also, do you guys mind if I just take a little video really quick for my vlog?
Yeah,
sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is that's not I Captured the Castle? Is that a different I Captured the Castle by Dodie Smith? Is that a different book?
No, that's the one. I Captured the Castle. Did I say
Oh,
something
okay.
else?
Okay.
I've always lived in the castle.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
thought you said too, and I was like, that sounds a lot like I captured the.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Okay,
I
okay.
was like,
No,
more
you're
plot.
right. I'm reading 2 books that have castle in it right now. So I'm reading I Capture the Castle, and I'm reading We Have Always Lived in the Castle. And so
okay.
I think I just
Kristen, I
just, like,
bought that book because of that cover. Oh my gosh.
We Have Always Lived in the
Mhm.
Castle. Yeah, it's
You
really,
showed the cover and I was like, I need that.
So what is We Have Always Lived in the Castle? What
Okay,
is
actually,
the
it's like really similar vibes. It's like this family lives in this small town, and the small town doesn't like they don't really like the people who live in the castle, and mysterious things happen. They're kind of isolated. Everyone hates them, and I don't really know what else it's about, but it's very like eerie feeling.
This is Shirley Jackson, who also wrote The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
So
That's so great.
I think it would be eerie, I hope.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh, I love the cover of We've Always Lived in the
Right.
Castle.
I have it facing
Yeah.
out on my bookshelf for Halloween.
Mhm.
I liked I Capture the Castle. So.
Oh, good.
Definitely, yes. Horror queen.
Yeah, I'm only in like chapter 2, and nothing like particularly spooky has happened, but I'm sure it's coming.
I am also with a couple. I'm listening to House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland on audio, and have Dune to try to finish before the movie comes out. But yesterday was the first day it rained in months, and it rained hard all day. And it was time. It was time. I've been waiting to read The Dead in the Dark by Courtney Gould. And I also started rewatching BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural again last night. So it works
Nice.
because the main characters' dads are on a paranormal investigator show. They're like the leads. And it takes place in Oregon, which is where I live. So yeah, it's basically
Nice.
about the dark has been waiting and it won't stay hidden any longer. There are some teenagers that go missing in this tiny town called, I think, Snakebite, Oregon. I don't even know if that's real or not, but and the dads are filming this paranormal show, and one of them is from Snakebite, and so they go back to visit the town, and I think like I said, teenagers disappearing and like stuff starts to happen that's like creepy, and it seems to be actually paranormal, which is what I want in books, because so many times there's an explanation that's not, and like
Yeah.
I get that's how I feel about in real life, but I want to read fiction. Let's do it. So I just started it, so I don't know yet what it's like, but I like it so far.
I've heard people enjoy it.
Oh, good. I'm excited because it's perfect vibes for right now.
I like the cover for that one too.
Yeah, it's like smoky.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous.
And there's like a little,
It's
you can't
so
really tell,
pretty.
but there's like a little cottage down here and it's like smoke coming up.
That's beautiful. So I am, all right, like most of my books are over there and I'm like really pregnant. So I'm like, I don't feel like reading them. But I do, the one book I am going to read is, so I'm reading 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, which I don't want to talk about right now. And then, I also started the other night, I started Trickster Drift by, I can't remember the author's name.
Robinson.
Right now.
Eden Robinson.
Eden Robinson, that's right. Yeah, I just got it on my Kindle, and I wanted to read it before I forgot what happened in the first book.
Oh, good.
I've just barely started that one. And then right now I'm currently reading, I don't know, have you heard of Laini Taylor? She wrote like The Daughter of Smoke and Bone and
the blue, the Strange the Dreamer. Yes.
Yeah, Strange the Dreamer. Yeah, so I'm reading, this is like one of her early publications.
Ooh.
Oops, oh, there we go. Yeah, the cover and the title are really cheesy, but it's actually good. It's a collection of short stories, and they're all paranormal and kind of dark and spooky, and they're all about first kisses that go bad and have like unintended consequences.
That sounds
kind of weird, but it's good.
That sounds fun.
Which one are you going to read today? Sorry.
Sorry, this one that's right here.
Nice.
Yeah, the Laini Taylor book.
I hope that you enjoy Trickster Drift. I have the third one here.
Oh, I didn't know the third one had already come out yet.
Oh yeah.
Return of the Trickster. Did you like the second book?
I did. I think I may have even liked the second one a little bit more than the first one, to be honest. And I really like the first one quite a bit. But I'm really excited about this one. The author is from like where I grew up. So yeah.
Oh, no way. And there's a TV show coming out, isn't there?
Oh, they've already had their first season, but I think it was unfortunately
way behind.
canceled for the second season.
Sad.
I know, but the book is really good, and Eden Robinson, I'll show you guys who she is. She has the best laugh of anyone I've like ever heard in my entire life.
She does. I was gonna say, so the first book, Son of a Trickster, is like really, really dark and a bunch of like bad things are happening. But then I watched all these interviews with her, and she is just like laughing the whole time and has this great sense of humor. And I wasn't expecting that based on her book, but.
This is her essence. Like if you ever meet her, this is just so much what she is like, and she's just a lovely, lovely person. And yeah, the books are quite dark, I would say, but kind of like they have a very dark sense of humor, which kind of balances it a little bit, I would say. But yeah, she's totally great. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the timer going so I can do one reading sprite.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to take off because I'm kind of nodding off here a little bit. And I have to get up early tomorrow again. So I had so much fun. That was such a fun quiz. Thank you so much for making that, Sarah.
No problem. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, no problem. I had a lot of fun. Have fun with the reading sprints and hopefully see you guys soon.
Bye. Okay, just going to get that up.
And I have to run get my book, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish this book today.
Do it. I hope you like it.
I keep talking when my mic is muted. I was going to say, can you tell me what you think of it when you're done?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I definitely will. I think that it's going to end up getting really good. I'm just near that sort of part of it.
Yeah, Grown I really liked. I read it last year. It was really good. So this is like one of the books I've been seeing floating around where I'm like, oh, it just sounds really good.
And Monday's Not Coming. I love this one so much. It was so good.
Oh, I have that on my list to read, and actually there was someone like younger than me. My boyfriend's little sister was asking, she's like, oh, I really want to get into reading. And so I was doing some research, and I knew like she probably wouldn't, she's quite a bit younger than me, so she probably wouldn't be into whatever I was reading at the time. So I recommended her that book, and she really liked it.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, I want to read it as well.
It's pretty dark, pretty twisted, but
I know. After I recommended it, I was like, ooh, I hope I don't traumatize her and I'll probably never read again.
I think she'll be okay.
Oh, he's got both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Kristen, you're on mute, though.
Yeah.
Whoops. I'm just saying these are the ones that I got confused because they both have castle in them.
Yeah, very similar titles.
And I have teacher brain these days, so it's just, But oh yeah, well, there they are.
Okay, but show the spine and that creepy man on the spine of that one.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
I don't want to put it that way because he's so creepy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is like
God.
art though. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I should just frame this cover.
Yeah, I think for
Agreed.
some reason I always thought that book was a graphic novel because of the cover.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's so pretty.
It's not that long either. It's like perfect for this time of year, or like if you're trying to do a readathon or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it fits that whole I want it to at least be 100 years old vibe. So
Yeah.
There you go.
I love that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me know when you guys are all ready.
I'm good to go.
I'm ready.
Good to go?
This is the cutest timer I ever saw.
Okay, guys. 3, 2, 1, and we're off.
I just have to say that Bridget's lady is staring at us from the book. I looked up and I was like, oh God.
Sorry.
No,
she's
cool.
kind of creepy too.
It almost reminds me of like a creepy Mother Gothel or something.
I know. Her eyes are very intense. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's funny.
Okay, she's keeping an eye on you, making sure you're reading.
Exactly.
Okay, so the 30 minutes have elapsed. Olivia. She's bouncing away.
That was one of those reading sessions where I feel like it's jarring back into reality.
Right? How's your reads going? How did the sprint go?
So I feel like if you're counting like pages read, like people might think that's not good. Like I only read 15 pages, but it was so like immersive. I still feel like because they're like in this old like castle type place, and they were like dancing to music. I still feel like I'm like under the stars on a midsummer night.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. There's also like really shocking things going on right now. I can't say them because if anyone ever reads the book, like I don't want to spoil it, but oh my gosh.
But there are shocking parts that
Yeah,
you get into.
Yeah.
Are there,
Oh, that's so
if
cool.
I remember correctly, are there a few things that back in the day might have been okay, but like maybe a large gap in age for a romance? Yeah, okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but also like inappropriate because of family like stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to be so vague.
I just got a new perspective introduced, which I did not know was going to happen. So apparently it alternates perspectives between two teenagers, at least for the first like quite a few chapters. So I'm assuming the rest of the book. So, but I'm curious because I thought wait. Oh, never mind. That's what happens when you don't read. It says it right here. Never mind. Ignore me. Never mind. It does. It has two different people, and basically the boyfriend of one of the girls goes missing. That's what starts the book, and basically they're all just searching for him. And so I guess they're going to team up and look for him and see what's going to happen. So I'm excited because it is eerie, and I do think it will be paranormal.
That makes me wonder, do any of you guys, when you have a hardcover book, use the dust jacket as a bookmark?
All the time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's like a normal like book person thing to do. But my boyfriend, when he saw me do that, he was like, his mind was blown. He was like,
Really?
oh my, yeah. He'd never thought to do that before.
I thought that's what they were for.
I know.
You can't do it with library books though because they tape it.
Yeah.
I know. I was gonna say it's always a shame when it's a library book and you can't use a dust jacket.
It can kind of warp it a little bit. So like the cover, if you put it in, like say you're at like halfway through the book and it has to like stretch that much, sometimes that will make it kind of like not so nice to put back. But if you're early
Sometimes
on,
I switch about halfway through the book. Yeah. I have to do a bookmark eventually, but.
Cam, I found it tricky to write something not knowing what's going on. But I've got the idea that the game was definitely fun. I think she wasn't able to see the video part. Oh, wait, one sec. So Em read 39 pages of She Who Became the Sun?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's really good. Just a fast reader for some reason. Noise-canceling headphones and music certainly help. I find that the noise-canceling headphones, like, that really does help me kind of, like, immerse myself into the book.
Never used those. I'm going to have to That'd be fun.
Ooh, Russian historical middle grade fiction. I love that.
Ooh.
So yeah, Cam, you wrote, I'm finishing the Russian historical MG fiction, so middle grade fiction, Artemis the Brig by, I'm not sure how to say the name.
Vladislav
Vladislav.
Krepovin?
Krepovin?
Yeah.
I'm going to need to head out quickly. But thank you, everyone. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Sarah, for all the wisdom questions. It was really fun.
Have a good day. I read about 22 pages of my book.
Same, it's about same.
Yeah, about 22. I will say though, like if you have like this one, if you get really affected by like bugs, this is going to be a nightmare to read for you.
Really? So
Have
also
any
like
of you-
Mexican Gothic.
Huh?
With the bugs, also like Mexican Gothic.
Yeah, this one is creepy bed bugs.
Oh, bed bugs. No.
Oh, no. I'll be in bed just like, so you know when you just like feel itchy for no reason?
Start imagining. Yeah.
That's basically in this book, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone who would be like severely impacted by bugs and by like small tiny creatures. I would say.
Have any of you read These Violent Delights?
No.
No, okay.
Does it have that stuff?
Oh yeah, and it's like, I don't want to give any, but if you don't like bug stuff, that one's also bad because they go underneath your skin.
Oh
and
no!
The other characters can like see them moving underneath people's skins, and it's pretty gross.
So like The Mummy with the scarab beetles.
I've actually never seen The Mummy, but yes.
I want to watch it now with you. The Mummy and The Mummy Returns are my favorite movies of all time, and those beetles, no thanks.
Are you serious? That's the one with Brandon Fraser, right?
Oh yeah.
The Mummy.
Yeah.
And like the same thing, you just like see them going under their skin.
Yeah, and it's on people's like heads too. It's kind of like a life thing.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys are sharing this, so I can avoid.
I know. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but I was like, I don't know if any of you are gonna read it because of the bug thing, so I'll just say it.
I get very, very freaked out by bugs, but I'm totally okay reading about them.
Interesting. Oh man.
I had a phobia of bugs. Thank you so much for precise that, because I was thinking on reading it. Yeah, it's not good if you don't like descriptions of bugs, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that on my TBR. I might have to, maybe like we could like try it from the library or something and see if we can handle it or not, and then
yeah.
No thanks.
Bye, Cam.
Bye.
If you're still here, bye.
That was so sweet. Our conversations are so scintillating. How nice.
Thank you. Bridget, did you say how your reading was going?
Yeah, I don't know how many pages I read, but I'm also at a pretty intense part of the book. Well, I'm on the very last short story that's in here, and it's kind of like at the climax of the short story. And so it was like an action scene with a lot happening. And there's like some gruesome stuff going on. So that was kind of what I was in the mood for, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, cute.
Mm.
Now's the time of the day. It's 1:53 here, and now you got to decide second coffee or not.
I always say yes.
I keep yawning like I need coffee.
Yeah, I had a second coffee, but I don't think it had much caffeine. It's like pumpkin spice cold brew from like a company that's not Starbucks, but it's vegan. And so
Nice.
like that this feels like my first time of having like an actual like legit pumpkin spice latte if I like heat it up and like put in some like almond milk. It's like really good.
Is it like a canned latte?
No, it's just like let me show you.
Okay.
I'm like
Because
not good at describing anything.
I've heard of La Colombe or something, and they have like the canned lattes. I've heard they're good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know though.
A lot of them we found out aren't vegan though, weirdly. For some reason
Okay.
they use like
Oh, really? Even though they say they are?
Oh,
If they
no,
say they
I
are,
just
they
mean
should be,
Starbucks.
but
Oh.
I don't think they say they're vegan.
okay, so this one. Oh, no. Pumpkin spice.
I
Should
tried
just get the
that
whole
again the other day, a pumpkin spice latte, and now I like it too. So
Are
apparently,
you serious?
I'm getting into pumpkin now, I guess. So,
Yay!
so I guess that's the good thing with age. Your taste buds change.
I had the apple crisp macchiato, and I really liked that.
Do you?
I did not like it.
You didn't? Oh.
No, to me it tasted just like off and like not good.
I
But
loved it.
I don't know. I didn't really like it. I wanted to though.
It had like all of that warm like apple cider spice, but then it was like coffee. I don't know. And it had a little bit of tang. But I know some people didn't like it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Oh yeah, somebody
it's like
mentioned that
this
in the
stuff.
comments. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah. And then I just like heated it up with another sort of with a coffee creamer, silk almond creamer. It'll get you there. So yeah, silk almond for coffee. So I mixed those two, just like adding like a tiny little bit of it, and it's so delicious.
Yeah. It's so funny how like just like coffee beverages can get you in like the seasonal mood.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree.
It makes me want to get an espresso machine, but all the good ones are like $300.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Oh, I'm sure there are probably good ones that are less than that, but the ones I see everywhere are $300.
We do the Nespresso.
Okay. Is that less than $300?
I think it is, to be honest. It's like when I was in Portugal, like everyone loved Nespresso machines so much. Oh, and have you tried a mocha pot?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll bring it up and show you what a mocha pot looks like. But they're just like they're so they're like everyone in Portugal has like a mocha pot.
I've never even heard of them.
Yeah, most people haven't. Okay, so I'm gonna share this.
I just recently got a pour over, and now I've tried like using the Keurig again just for like, oh yeah. I did not know that's what they were called.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you basically just you fill them up with like a little bit of espresso. So you put the espresso like in here, and then you put water into this sort of like basin, and it boils and like shoots up into this part up top, and then you have this like beautiful like little little like espresso. You can use espresso with it, and it just makes really delicious coffee. And it only takes as much time as it takes for the water to boil, and then you're pretty much done.
That's
For
nice.
espresso too, so you wouldn't need to buy a whole machine?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I do really like I like the mocha pot for sure. But I haven't used it as much since having an espresso machine. But they're not expensive. I think they're like, I don't know, like $50 or less or something like that.
Okay. Does the Nespresso machine come with like the milk foamer steamer?
You can get it with that.
Okay.
There are different varieties, and some of them like do have that. So you can have like the frother.
Yeah.
Not all of them do, but many of them do.
Okay, yeah. They're definitely cheaper than the Breville, which is what I was looking at.
Yeah, I was saying that I got a pour over, and I have the Keurig still just for like convenience. And now when I use the Keurig, it tastes so less, like it tastes almost watery. Like it's not as bold as a pour over. And now I'm learning like about all these different ways to make coffee. But now it's almost ruined it for me because I'm like, this isn't good enough anymore.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if I want to step up my coffee game, because convenience is so important to me.
Yeah.
Like just with my schedule and my life, and I don't know, do I have that extra like bit of time to actually brew the coffee?
Yeah.
I really think that Nespresso Nespresso machines are probably the best of both worlds. They don't take any time at all. And it does taste more like an espresso. Sorry, like an espresso than, say, for example, like Keurig, I find. Yeah.
Sorry.
I think that is pretty much all that I can do for today. So I think we're going to have to go because Olivia, is definitely hungry, and so am I.
Oh, this is an Irish coffee. This cute lady and her dog. That's an Irish coffee they're drinking. That's made out of paper cuts, like cut paper that she puts together into like art.
Oh, I love that.
She's like a Disney artist, and but this isn't cool. Disney. This is just their own design with paper, but had to represent the Irish coffee there.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for hosting, and it was really fun.
Yeah, thanks so much, Sarah.
I'm happy you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I try to be a host.
You're good at it. You're great at it. And it's such a nice way to just like spend some quality time with friends at the end of a week or beginning of a week.
Yeah.
And next time I may try to like manifest Regis Philbin a little bit more. To kind of, I'll just be thinking like, what would Regis Philbin do? What would he do?
Yeah. Or I think it'd be really funny if Sarah tapped into like her inner Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like me when I cook. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I can't imagine that side of you.
Yeah, me neither.
Thank you, Em. That makes me feel happy that I just have things haven't gone as bad as they could have gone. So that's what I'm happy about so far. All right. See you guys next time. Hopefully we'll do reading sprints again soon, and we just have to make the plans.
Bye.
All right.
Have a good day.
See ya. Bye, everyone.